Hey there, folks. How we doing? I don't know if this is breaking any laws, but I'm going to get stoned on video on YouTube. Okay. Jay's losing his mind. He never had one to begin with. Yada 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 yada. All right, now I'm getting dizzy. My Tiger Lily's working on me. It's 10:40 a.m. Sunday, October 16th, 2016. Complete fortitude, completion of self, completion of life, my life. Numbers, numerology, it will have a personal meaning for you. I should have put this out earlier. It never even occurred to me. I have to say too many things about myself. I'm sick of it, and sometimes after I do a video, I kind of don't want to put it on, but there's too much other important information I would never be able to remember again. Well, this is, I'm going to say something about me, but it's relative to y'all, okay? What's in me, Arae's primary focal point, it is the strongest thing anywhere. It's the protector. It was made like that, like a hammer with a heart, so it could do its job. The original first being male and female. As soon as they came out of the first dimension, made this other stuff, they already realized sooner or later there's something else that's going to come out of that first dimension that's just going to come out by happenstances. 5 different energy fields that come together. One of them over there actually has 6 of them in there. Anyway, they knew that was going to happen. They wanted something to protect it, so they made it real strong. That's all. Armalius stands for armor that's malleable. You know, supple, moves around. Aramalius is the second form of malleable armor source that was out there. They were made at the same time, basically. And then Arae was the strongest focal point of Aramalius. And Arae was made to protect her. It was made to get to be hit hard and grow bigger, stronger. And when it was time, it would literally just go up to the first dimension when something else was coming out, and they wanted me to they wanted Arae's main focal point. Excuse me, back then it was just Arae. They wanted Arae to attack it, subdue it, and then make it do whatever the original first being male and female wanted it to. And it didn't take too long before Arae had enough lives where he was understanding bull crap. I remember the moment Arae went back to the 2 of them, one side of the body, and said, look, I'm good with protecting you. You gave me 3 formats: protect you, protect everything you build, and then, you know, beat the hell out of anything coming out of the first dimension and subdue it, so and run it according to your wishes. Just, you know, make sure it'll listen to you. I said number 1 I'm good with, number 2 I'm good with, and then Arae said number 3, that ain't happening. When it comes out, I'll meet it, and if I'll assess the situation, and I'll be ready to have a new friend, but unless it attacks stuff, I'm not going to bother with it. That already developed over a short period of time by having lives and having being made to protect. It's natural. If something is clean energy and it's made to protect, that's the way it's going to develop. It's a very natural thing. So anyway, reason why I brought all that stuff up, this is about everyone that I've cranked up. This is about other people being cranked up by the others. Burju, Paul, Deanna, she does it. Siobhan, Stephanie, Anne, she'll be doing this soon, real soon. When Source cranks you up, they put Source energy inside you. That has silver and gold. Gold helps hold energy and move it and store it. But silver is fast, but it's also protective. Okay. Now, how come I keep getting attacked by stuff? If I'm really what I said I am, very strong and made to protect, and I have all this, the strongest silver coating there is possible, so nothing can touch me. I used that. That saved me in many ways against the original first being male and female. But even I mean, when I needed to, I could crank it up and hold it. But as soon as I let go, it went away. Why? Well, when you're in the body, you can only maintain so much of one type of energy, whatever. But my energy outside of the body, already knew I was well past strong enough to do what I did while I was here anyway, attacking the other stuff and killing it, getting rid of it. So, and it's kept it off of me. So other stuff isn't afraid. Other stuff that is a problem isn't afraid to come up to me and lose its existence because they need to be taken care of. It attacks me in the body. It's attacking a protector. It's broken the law. It's going to die. That's part of the cleanup. I don't like it. Not happy about it. It's what it is. That's all I can do. I understand the process. Just not happy with it. Anyway, that's why all this stuff, is still allowed to bother me, and it's not like I can't take it. It's just that it's not that I can't deal with it, like it's going to really actually hurt me or something. There's no way. It's like a squirrel going up to an elephant and kicking at it, Now, having gotten that junk out of the way, that's just what is. Okay, you can accept it or not, whatever. This is really for the people I've cranked up. Those of you that I've cranked up, you do have the strongest silver source coating that there is possible hanging on you. However, it comes to you and on you as part of the field. Part of it does embed itself into your spirit, okay, and actually into the body too. The issue is, it came from me, it's part of me, I'm still in a body. When I get out of the body, I release myself from it, and then that part that I've put around you while you're still in your body, it is attached to the field, and it will come alive to be what it's supposed to be, protective. If it needs to loosen up so you can talk with other stuff, it'll be doing exactly that. It's not this energy that I put in you, it's not sentient. It's energy. It does not have a mind of its own, period. But what's around you is a field, which is part of me, and it's literally working the energy around you. Now, every one of you that I've gone into and cranked up, there's a part of me around you. It stays there. It comes out of the field. When JC used to exist and people would call on him, sometimes he'd actually go to him. How is it that spirit like him, or an angel, Archangel Michael, how is it that he could spread out around so many people, release a huge orb of energy, and he could break off little pieces of himself that were capable of their own thought? It was the same thing with JC. There was others. Human essence. This human essence that's been around so long, it's so strong that it can do that too. Okay? But because of what I am, and especially once I'm out of the body, then I have full control of myself. I'm me again. Okay? That silver energy that I gave to you is going to turn on. It's like a shield. And unless you're being shown something, it's going to protect you. Everything else, excuse me, that's my body energy messing with me, trying to be smart. And I'm not going to hurt it. It's like, sad. It's like, don't want to go. And I'm like, calm down, man. You'll have your own little planet. Just stop. Be where you should be instead of being tortured. Anyway, so what's going to happen is that silver energy is going to crank up hard, and you will have that protection. If something needs to come to you to talk to you, if something comes to you and it's aggressive, which is going to be next to nothing. If something comes to you and is trying to be aggressive, it might be allowed to get near you or even touch you, and then it's going to be taken care of. That stuff is not allowed to that stuff is not allowed to be out there anymore. It's the second time I went to say that same thing, and my throat was getting hung up. I'm sorry, dude or dudette. You got to go. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, so folks, that's going to crank up hard. That's something you all haven't been able to enjoy because I'm not myself yet. I'm me stuck in this damn car with welded doors and windows that don't roll down. Anyway, I want you to know that when you get cranked up, that's part of it. It's strong. As your fortitude increases, your own energy gets much stronger anyway. You're able to, keep stuff away from you. Now, as far as anything attacking you, excuse me, and really physically hurting you, that's not going to be allowed to happen. Now, here's the third time I'm trying to say this and I'm being messed with. I said in an earlier video today, this earth energy that's in me is literally screwing with me and it's going to be a problem all day. It's in my throat now. There you go. See, the problem is when I go at it to kill it, it's got part of me in it. This crap has been in my damn body my whole life. I'm 61 years old. I'm incredibly powerful, and this stuff, I'm source. It's literally bonded into it. So I pull it away and just destroy it permanently. Excuse me, folks. I'm not trying to be gross. I can't help that. Now there's another piece. It's female. It's planetary essence. It's female, but it's got some male that comes in it. Gets it from me and a little bit from the planet. Where it broke off is part of what it is. Anyway, so all the stuff, everything that's negative is not allowed. It's not going to be allowed to get near you. Some of your here we go again. Some of your body energy will be messing with you just like this is, and I'll be killing that too. The second this stuff goes on, if there's something, when I'm myself again, if there's something I'm missing, the animals are your new sentinels. They will tell me what's going on, and this stuff will die. There might be a way for me to actually remove it from the body. I know there is, but there's some kind of complication. But folks, you don't need that stuff, and anyway. When that stuff bothers you, the energy that helps your throat is lapis. Also, what's really good to go with this is yellow aventurine. This is some tumbled yellow aventurine that I have. That strong core energy. And show you something else here in a second. Here's the lapis. Here's the yellow aventurine. This is, remember, stone energy, it's like vitamins. People think they can actually take different crystals, they put it over the doorway and all this other stuff, and it protects them from evil. That's a bunch of crap. Yeah. Take that and I put it in my gut pouch and my overalls. Anyway, that's part of the value of the crank up. You'll get that with any source member that's cranking you up. It's just with me, it's different. I'm grandpa, I'm the freak of the family. That's why the FBI call me the freak. They have satellites and stuff where they can read energy, and I'm all over the place on them. I started cranking up, and they had to change their screens and sensitivity to their equipment because the whole planet's glowing. So anyway, whatever. Folks, I'm saying this stuff about myself not to sound arrogant, not to say, oh gee, I'm so cool, because I'm not. If I was so cool, this stuff would be done, and I'd have found some way to handle it all better. I keep telling everyone, man, we're family. Everything is equally important. There's no such thing as perfect. We all learn by making mistakes. And if that's a screw up, then if you think that's a screw up, then you're you're wrong. That's what I was going to say, out of your mind, and that's more of my body energy trying to push me. It's like, no, she was trying to help, though. That's totally incorrect. When you screw up is when you make a big issue out of having done something that you all of a sudden know a better way to do. Okay? That's a screw up, is when you let something like that stop you. I got to get a hold of Deanna. Anyway, so that's part of the crank up too. Most all the stuff is going to be taken away that's around you, but it's just more protection. The one thing that is going to be here that can bother you is some of the Anunnaki that are the problematic Anunnaki here on the planet, in trip chairs and stuff like that. They try to get near you, they won't be able to touch you. And this shield energy is being modified. Something comes at you or it's going to bother you. Remember, there's part of me standing right there next to you. Literally, the energy will touch it, just melts the energy. The fullness of what I am is a lot different than I've ever described or cared to. Anyway, it just popped in my head. I never told people about that goes along with a crank up. I don't think about something. I'm not trying to sell myself, but I need to tell you everything I can about everything I know that's going to do any good for you. And hell, look at me. I can't remember a whole lot. My head doesn't function like that anymore. Folks, when the field is part of you, you're all over the place at the same time. When I was young, growing up, I could always see the field and stuff. There's other you that have done that too. Excuse me. You can see the field around you. I relaxed my eyes and I'd see this, and they took me to the eye doctor a few times. The eye doctor said, don't worry about it, he's kind of nuts. And then one doctor wanted to put me on Ritalin. My parents said, nah, let's not put him on drugs. Let's leave that alone. Anyway, folks, and one last thing. A lot of you are getting worked on and you're freaking out. I've said this before, but you're freaking out thinking that it's the Anunnaki attacking you. It's NSA attacking you. It's the CIA. They're attacking me. They're in my head. They're trying to kill me. No, you're getting your head worked on. Would you stop that crap? Oh my God, there's a helicopter. I know they're looking at me. No, they can see me. No, for Pete's sake, they're flying around. Folks, they want to watch you. They're going to watch you on the damn satellite. Police do it all the time. How would I know this? Okay, I know it. I see it. I understand. How else would I know it? I had two of them near my house a while back, and as I drove in, they were looking at some other folks down at the other end of the street. Dealing. There's something dealing going on. Family threat. Guy's violent. Illegal alien. They were coming to get him. Whatever. But I went by there, and there's two cars together, and I looked at one car that was sticking out. I couldn't help but see, because they were in the middle of the road, side by side. They're getting ready to take them on. They're waiting for the guy to come out. They were watching this house on satellite. That's the police. The folks that really matter, you think they don't have that and a lot more? Yes. People, stop worrying. What does worry do? It takes that DNA and twists it up like a damn rag. And how the hell can you use a rag to clean when it's tied up in a knot so tight it's like a solid ball? It doesn't work like that. Your DNA doesn't work like that. Relax. Change is coming, folks. It's already here. It's happening. But, I mean, you're going to see it coming. I told you that. Animals dying. Starships falling out of the sky. Well, I don't believe that, Jay. I don't believe that at all. I believe that asteroid came down and made almost a 180-degree turn. I believe in Ireland that car must have been 2 cars had a crash, or at least 1 car had a crash out in the middle of a field, and they didn't get a tow truck. They took it out on a big army vehicle with a tarp over it. Folks, believe who you want to believe. Almost all of you that listen to me, you're learning how to trust yourself. You already trust yourself in many ways. You're starting to trust your abilities. You get stronger. Folks, sometimes you'll watch one of my videos and literally your head starts pulsing. You'll start getting thick. That's because you're getting a soft crank up. It's not me going through the monitor and going into you as much as it is my energy all over the place. It's the field. I'm right there with all of you all the time. I go through everything, my energy. Folks, I'm no better than a stick in mud. We're all family. Nothing's any better than anything else. I was just made different in the beginning. That's all. If I was what I think I should be, I'd have been doing a better job at what I'm supposed to be doing. So, those of you that know me know that's how I actually feel. It bothers me. My job is to protect. Look everywhere. You think I'm doing a good job? No. That's why I'll never be in a body again. The problems have been killed, destroyed. It's time for me to go home and do what I was made to do. Take care of stuff. I don't belong here. I belong everywhere. Kind of where I'm at anyway, but I'm just not stuck in this body. But anyway, folks, when I get out of here, you're going to notice your power level's cranking up, and if anything does go to get near you, not only is that silver shield that's already part of you is going to crank up and harden, but the field around you, the part of me that's hanging around with you as you go through your life, it'll do more than protect you. But remember, you're supposed to talk to your spirit guides. If you try to talk to them and they won't listen, I'll be right there pushing them. Or if need be, I'll say something. You'll know. You know for yourself. Thank you. Lily just said, yes, that's good. Now get the hell out of there. I got to get running. But she also said definite yes. That's you are be you. I had half a question in my mind. I'm saying it because I know it's right, but then I have to look at it and re-see it for myself, so I know I'm not giving you bad information. There was a reason things happen to happen. Excuse me, had to happen the way they did. I regret that. I'm not happy with that at all. But I'll be free soon, and I know a good bit about what I'm capable of. I'm a lot more than capable of doing what I need to do. That's all that matters. So that I go to work. Folks, love you. I should have given you that information a while ago. It just popped in my head and finally lit up. But that's something that goes along with a crank up, and that's why, y'all are real strong. Nothing wants to get near you. Once I've cranked you up, your power level gets crazy. When you go feeling yours and you're all over the place. Two really cool people, Martin and Faith. They're strong. And I started putting my energy in the core, and I said, wait a minute, what am I doing? And I stopped, and I said, I feel your auras. And I saw their auras anyway, and I said, damn, they're strong already, so they're feeling it over here. And then after I cranked them up, they're feeling it, and their hands are really far extended. And they're like, damn, that's crazy. And I said, okay, and then I released it from them. And then they're like, it's like, I need 5-foot extensions, 10-foot extensions on my hands. That's you being released, unleashed, and you being cranked up with source energy. That's yours until your life is over. But a solid 5 to 10% of that is going to stay with you forever. Anyway, folks, look, I love you, man. I hope you have a kick-ass day. People have said I say all this other stuff. Look, the only thing I'll ever promise you is what I know I can do. And there's 2 things I can promise you. Number 1, 3 things. Number 1, I will always do everything I can for everyone and everything, which includes you. Number 2, this is going to happen. All the stuff on the other side that's a problem, except for little teeny things, is already been taken care of. Stuff comes out of a body from having a life on different planets as well as ours. Then it can be a little something to deal with. Doesn't take it a second. And number 3, I am leaving soon, but not till next year. So anyway, like I said, I got to be careful what I promise. But if I promise you something, I know that I'm going to do, fine. There'll be some stuff done to try to keep me here. It doesn't matter. I'll just go home and take care of it. So the only thing that hangs above and over everything is Herky. It's going to be hard for him to get through the year, to get through December, maybe January. He might. They can see the other side. They can keep him alive. But now that I'm leaving the way I am, and the other side knows it, especially after another 2-3 weeks of the future not changing in that regard, there's nothing over there that's going to want to be stupid. And what is over there, that is the strongest stuff there is. It literally wants me home, but it wants it to happen a certain way. So they're not involved. I love you, buddy. Folks, I love you, man. It's better now than you might think, and it's going to get a whole lot better. The nasty stuff is gone. We just need to get organized and settle everything down. And then things get a little bumpy over here. You'll find out. It'll be good. And more starships are going to fall out of the sky. You're going to start seeing some flashes, orbs flashing in the sky. Yeah, thank you. Orbs flashing in the sky. They're going to be white and yellow and goldish. It's some of the original angels that have been changed, modified, cranked up with source energy now, just because they wouldn't attack, because they did the right thing. Said you all are free to do whatever you want, just don't attack. They're going to start literally making some strong bright lights, boom, 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 orbs. It'll go wham, wham like that. It'll be like a wham flash. You might see it. When you see an orb in the soft and it moves like this, that's fae, that's fairies and stuff. When it goes choo-choo-choo like that, that's a pixie. But angels will make an NG orb and release it. Sometimes you look at it and then in your pineal, you see more angels behind it just going away into different dimensions. Okay, so that's something some of y'all are going to see. Whatever. It's all good. They want you to know that they're here and they care. And they're strong, folks. They're strong. Folks, love you, man. Take care. Have a good